So we are continuing the lesson test and measurement. We have discussed the crossover physical fitness test and alpha physical fitness test, that is known as motor fitness test. Now today we are continuing with another topic, that is general motor fitness test. The new topic that we are starting today is general motor fitness test. It is also known as Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. So motor fitness test is alpha and general motor fitness test is Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. This is also known as Barrow test also. Sometime it is called Barrow test. So Barrow test consists of 3 items. That's why it is known as Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. So Barrow 3 items general motor ability test, it consists of standing broad jump, second zigzag run, third medicine ball put. So this test is consists of 3 test items. That's why it is known as Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. General motor ability is just the locomotive ability, because motor is word that I have discussed again and again. Motor means movement. So standing broad jump, zigzag run and medicine ball put, these are 3 tests are in the Barrow test or Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. Now what is the general motor fitness test? Means Barrow 3-item general motor ability test. General motor fitness test is an athlete's general ability to perform different motor skills without getting too much fatigue. General motor ability consists of 3 items that we have seen in previous slide, designed to test the motor ability of school and college boys and girls. So this is for school children and designed to check the motor ability of the school children. This test is very simple test and we will discuss all the 3 items in detail. So first is standing broad jump general motor fitness test. Standing broad jump, this test is measured to explosive leg power. In this test the students stand behind the restraining line, that we have discussed the standing broad jump in alpha test also. So the stand behind the restraining line with feet several inch apart and the toes pointed straight ahead. That is the position, stationary position of feet. The student should swing the arms forward, extend the knees and jump forward as far as possible. So upper body we can swing, we can bend the knees, but there should be no movement of feet and the leg. On standing position we have to jump forward, as we have discussed in our test also. So this is standing broad jump. standing behind the restraining line and jumping forward. We can see the position of landing also while we are landing, completing the jump, because in this jump the distance from the takeoff bolt, this is the takeoff bolt, green line we can see from where we are running, that is the takeoff bolt. From the takeoff bolt up to the heel of the leg where we are landing, both legs should land together. So if the legs are not in stationary position parallel, so the behind leg, the distance up to the behind leg we calculate. So this is all about the standing broad jump. See in picture. Landing, the faults of standing broad jump I would like to discuss here. We are not supposed to touch the line from where we are jumping, or we are not supposed to cross the takeoff board by our feet. We have to stand exactly just at the middle of this takeoff board or takeoff line. We are not supposed to cross that line by our leg, just behind the line we have to stand. Secondly, the body, we are supposed to stand for 1 or 2 seconds, and when the command is given for jump, then we have to jump. We can swing our arms, we can bend our knees, but bodies, the legs should not be in motion. Secondly, another, we have to take the precaution while we are landing, the both legs should land together, and we are not supposed to touch the ground, neither we are supposed to fall down, because in case of long jump, then we can see that while we are landing over the jumping pit, so the jumpers can land over there by falling down, by touching the ground. But in case of standing broad jump, it is very significant that we are not supposed to touch the ground while we are landing. We have to balance ourselves. Both legs should land together, and at the time of jumping also, while we are standing behind the restraining line or this takeoff line, the leg must be stationary, both legs must be stationary, in which the toes should be pointed forward. So these are the precautions during the standing broad jump. Next is, we will discuss zigzag run. This is another test item of the general motor fitness test, or Barrow 3 item general motor ability test, zigzag run. By the name we can understand zigzag run, zigzag lines. We are running into zigzag structure. The materials required are a stopwatch, 5 traffic cone, flow measuring tape, and flow area of 30 feet to 50 feet. This is the requirement for the zigzag run. The materials are required. What we required is stopwatch and traffic cones, at least 5, and floor measuring tape and floor area 30 feet by 50 feet. Cones are placed on the floor in a zigzag manner. I will show you the picture. The zigzag manner. The cones are placed in a zigzag manner. The objective is to measure the agility. The examiner or the student stand at the starting point. On the signal of go, he or she run the course without touching the cones. We are running on the track without touching the cones. The student continue to run the course 3 times, and each time the time is recorded with the help of the stopwatch. The score is the time recorded to the nearest tenth of the second. If the cones are moved during the run, then the trial is retaken. That will considered foul. So the individual has to run again. So the requirement, we know what is requirement: stopwatch, traffic cones, and floor measuring tape, and then we need the floor area of 30 by 50 feet, and the person has to run on a, we are placing the cones in zigzag manner, and the person is standing at the starting point, and on the signal of go, they have to run without touching the cones on the given track, and the students continue to run 3 times, and each time the time is recorded. This is the procedure of zigzag run. We can see in the picture how we are placing the cone. So 5 cones are placed here. The starting 1 cone, second, third, fourth, fifth. Zigzag run can be performed in open ground or any indoor court also, but the area should be 30 to 50 feet minimum. So this test is used to measure the agility. So this is the zigzag run. You can see in the picture. The zigzag lines we can see. The third one we will see here, that is medicine ball put. The medicine ball put, third test item. The material required is medicine ball. This is a special ball which is called the medicine ball. The objective is to measure arm and shoulder girdle explosive strength. The girdle's explosive strength is measured here. The strength is required to put a 6-pound medicine ball as far as possible. Three trials are taken, and the best score of the 3 is recorded. So for boys, explosive strength throw test is for 3 kg medicine ball, and for girl it is 1 kg. So the put means whenever medicine ball, we know medicine ball exercises are also performed, medicine ball put also performed. Medicine ball put means this is throwing activity, the medicine ball throw. So the 3 trials are given here, and the best score is recorded. And 3 kg medicine ball for boys and 1 kg medicine ball for girls is taken here. So this is medicine ball put. We have to hold, how to hold the medicine ball and how to throw it. We will see in the picture. The picture I will show you. The medicine ball put. From sideways, from overhead, the medicine ball is holded by both the hands with open finger. Like we have seen, shot put we throw by the single hand. We hold it, in the single hand we throw it, but medicine ball is thrown by both the hand, because medicine ball is larger in size than the shot put. So the medicine ball put, this is the third test item of the Barrow 3-item general motor ability test, or the third test item of the general motor fitness test. So the medicine ball put. Then we will come to the another test item, test and measurement, that is the measurement of cardiovascular fitness test. Measurement of cardiovascular fitness test, we will discuss here 2 test items, the Harvard test step test and Rockport fitness test. Harvard and Rockport, both tests we will discuss here in detail. So first we will discuss about what is the cardiovascular fitness. Cardiovascular fitness, it is the ability of the heart and lungs to supply oxygen-rich blood to the working muscles, tissues, and the ability of the muscles to use oxygen to produce energy for body movement. Cardiovascular fitness is essential to perform aerobic activities. The word cardiovascular, cardio means heart, vascular means lungs, because cardiovascular system also that is the joint working of heart and lungs is known as cardiovascular system. And cardiovascular fitness is in the same way, the proper working of, efficient working of the heart and lungs together, because heart cannot work alone and lungs cannot function alone, because the function of heart is depend on the function of the lungs, and function of lungs is also dependent upon the functioning of heart, because heart receives the same blood 2 times. First it is receiving and passing to the lungs, then lungs are oxygenating that blood. After oxygenation, this blood is again coming to the heart, and heart is distributing this blood to the different parts of the body. So the heart is functioning with the help of lung. The complete function of the heart is completed due to the function of lungs, and same way the function of lungs are inhaling oxygen, and that oxygen is supplied to the different parts of the body through the blood. When oxygen is bind with the hemoglobin in the form of oxyhemoglobin, it reaches to each cells of the body and different parts of the body. So that's why the cardiovascular system is very significant system of the body. So that's why the cardiovascular fitness is also very important. one more thing we will discuss here. The cardiovascular fitness is calculated by the amount of VO2, vascular oxygen. So that we will discuss further. Cardiovascular fitness is essential to perform the aerobic activities. So one is Harvard step test. It is used to measure the cardiovascular fitness by checking the recovery rate. Rockport test, it is based on the maximum rate of oxygen consumption measured during the incremental exercise. We will discuss both in detail now. Harvard step test first one. This test is also known as aerobic fitness test. It was developed by Barrows and others in 1943. It is used to measure the cardiovascular fitness or aerobic fitness by checking the recovery rate. Recovery rate means how quickly the heartbeats are helping in recovery. How the body is getting recover. The recovery rate that we will discuss further than recovery rate. Equipments required. Harvard fitness test. Equipments required. What are the equipment? Step or platform 20 inches high. Stopwatch and metronome, cadence tape. So the platform of 20 inches for the boys and 18 inches for the girls. The procedure we will see here. The platform we will discuss. Platform means that is the any elevated area we need, or the box. In the picture we can see 20-inch box is there. Procedure: the athlete step up and down on the platform at the rate of 30 steps per minute for 5 minutes or until exhaustion. So the athlete immediately sits down on completion of the test, and the total number of heartbeats are counted between 1 to 1.5 minutes after finishing. So this is the only measure required if using the short form of the test. If the long form of the test is being conducted, there is an additional heart rate measured between 2 to 2.5 minutes and between 3 to 3.5 minutes. So the test is conducted for 5 minutes or 3 minutes. Two formats are there. It is conducted for 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And the up and down, step up and down should be frequently very fast, because 30 steps per minute we need. Minimum 30 steps per minute. So immediately after the completion of this test, we are measuring the heart rate, and then 1 to 1.5 minute after finishing the heart rate, then 2 to 2.5 minutes the heart rate, and 3 to 3.5 minutes the heart rate. The recovery rate I was discussing in the previous slide. So that is, the recovery rate depends on the maximum inhalation of oxygen and the towards normal heart rate. What is main thing? maximum inhalation of oxygen along with towards the normal heart rate. Means when the heart rate increases, so breathing rates also increases. When the breathing rates increases, so inhalation of oxygen is insufficient. So after the activity, in each activity the heart rate definitely raised up. After the exercise, after the activity, heart rate should come down. So how the heart rates are coming down, it decides the recovery rate. That's why we are measuring the heart rates between after finishing the activity 1 to 1.5 minute, 2 to 2.5 minute, and 3 to 3.5 minute. So two type of formulas are there to check about the fitness, cardiovascular fitness by the Howard step test. So fitness index score is 100 into 300. This is for 5-minute test. Duration of the activity in seconds divided by 2 into sum of the pulse rate count after test. We will discuss the formula in detail here. So there are two formulas are there, long formula and the short formula. So we will discuss here. So the short formula first. This is for fitness index, fitness, cardiovascular fitness by the Harvard Fitness Test. Duration of exercise in second into 100 divided by 55 into pulse count between 1 and 1.5 minute. The pulse rate, the heart rates between 1 to 1.5 minute into 55. So the short formula, what is the short formula? Duration of exercise in second. If the 5-minute exercise, so 300 seconds into 100 divided by 55 into pulse count between 1 to 1.5 minute, whatever it is. The long formula in the same test, Harvard Fitness Test, the long formula is duration of exercise in seconds into 100 upon 2 into sum of the heart rate in recovery period. Means the sum of the heart rate. We have calculated heart rate 1 to 1.5 minute, heart rate 2 to 2.5 minute, heart rate 3 to 3.5 minute. So means all the total of all the heart rates into 2. So these are two formulas are there which are used to calculate the cardiovascular fitness by the Harvard Fitness Test. Clear? The short formula and the long formula, both are very important. So we must remember these formulas for calculating the Harvard fitness, the fitness, cardiovascular fitness by the Harvard Fitness Test. The fitness index is given here. This is the fitness index for men and women. Excellent is more than 90 for men, and excellent for women is more than 86. Good is 80 to 89, and here 76 to 85.9, and high average 65 to 79 and 61 to 75.9, low average 55 to 64, and in women 50 to 60.9, and poor in men. The poor cardiovascular fitness in men is when the cardiovascular fitness by the Harvard Fitness Test is below 55, and in women if it is below 50, that is the poor cardiovascular fitness. So this is the fitness index for checking the cardiovascular fitness by the Harvard Fitness Test. So advantage of Howard step test, again we will see here then. Howard step test advantage are procedure to conduct the test in simple, very simple, because anyone can do the Howard step test. But some things we have to keep in mind, that the rate of step up and down should be at least 30 per minute minimum, and should be fast. It requires minimum cost. Chances of making mistake are minimum in conducting the test and calculating the fitness index. So chances of mistakes are very rare. So the advantage of the Howard step test. Disadvantage are there. Anthropometric measurements of individual are different. Anthropometric measurement of the individual are different. Anthropometric measurement, that measurement of weight, measurement of height, measurement of leg length, measurement of arm length. These are different in different individuals. But in the test, the box of same height is used for all. Because the individuals, anthropometric measurements also affect the performance in the Howard fitness test. So that's why this is the disadvantage. The same height box we are using for the all, but anthropometric measurements of the individual are different. Body weight is not considered in this test, because body weight also decides about the performance in the Howard fitness test of the individual. So these are two disadvantages are there. So we will come with the Rockport test. Now, so the Rockport fitness test we will discuss. This is the test also known as Rockport 1 Mile Test or Rockport Fitness Walking Test. It is used for testing cardiovascular fitness. It requires minimum equipment also. This test consists of walking, which may be easy for middle-aged or older adults. This test tells us about the aerobic fitness of an individual. So Rockport fitness test is the purpose, the procedure. Purpose we know, this is used to check the cardiovascular fitness or aerobic fitness of the individual. Procedure we will see here. The purpose of this test is to walk as fast as possible for 1 mile. So 1 mile walk is near about 1600 meter, 1.5 kilometer, around 1.5 kilometer. After you have completed the 1 mile walk, immediately count your pulse rate, heart rate, note the time it took to complete the 1 mile walk. So we have to note down first of all the time used to complete the 1 mile walk. And in this we have to keep in mind, we need to choose any clear day, any sunny day and windless day, because wind also affect the running. So windless day and clear weather. After you have completed 1 mile walk, immediately take your pulse rate, note the time it took to complete 1 mile walk or run. You will also need to know your body weight, and we will calculate the VO2 maximum, VO2 vascular oxygen, that I was discussing in cardiovascular fitness. This is VO2 maximum. It is known as the aerobic fitness, cardiovascular fitness. Scoring, the formula used to calculate VO2 maximum is 132.853 minus 0.0769 into body weight minus 0.3877 into age plus 6.315 into gender. So we use 0 for female and 1 for male in case of gender, minus 3.2649 into time used to complete the 1 mile walk, minus 0.1565 into heart rate. So this is the formula which is used to calculate the VO2 maximum by the Rockport 1 mile test, where weight is in pound and gender male, we can use 1 for male and 0 for female, time in minute and hundredth of the minute, heart rate is in beats per minute, age in years. So this is, we have to take precautions while we are putting the measurements into the formula. So this, by this we will get the measurement, the score we will get, and that score is referred to the index. So for women, this index is there, we will see the superior more than 41 in age of 20 to 29, and 30 to 39 it is 40. As the age increases, the VO2 decreases. So that's why we can see in the 20 to 29 age, this is 41. And in case of school children also, it must be more than 21. That is the smallest figure. 41, it means that is for superior, and excellent it is 37 to 41. In any case, it should not be below 23.6, and in case of the senior citizen, it is 17.5, below 17.5. So this is the index by which we can see here: more than 41, 20 to 29, it is superior; 37 to 41, excellent; 33 to 36.9, good; 29 to 32.9, it is fair; and poor is 23.6 to 28.9 is poor, and very poor is 23, less than 23.6. In case of the age, different age, we can refer to this chart. In case of man, we can see here, this is for women. In case of man, this is again according to the age, the superior in 20 to 29 or below 29 also for school children. If it is more than 52.4, it is superior, and if it is 46.5 to 52.4, it is excellent; 42.5 to 46.4, it is good; 36.5 to 42.4, it is fair; and 33 to 36.4, it is poor; and below 33, it is very poor in case of man. In case of senior citizen also we can see, then below 20.5, it is very poor, and 44.2 in case of senior citizen. More than 44.2 or 44.2 is superior, and 36.5 to 44.2 is excellent. So this chart we can refer the different according to the different age group, whatever score we are getting by after calculation of the Rockport fitness, cardiovascular fitness by the given formula. Advantage of Rockport 1 mile walk or 1 mile test: minimum equipments required, simple to set up and conduct. More than one athlete can conduct the test at the same time, because more than one athlete can run. The test can be administered by the athlete itself. No supervisor is needed. Disadvantages are there. Specific facilities required, like I have told you. Then we need to there is clear day and windless day, and we need the clear track to run. And secondly, to check the heartbeat and everything, weight and time, everything we need to check the very carefully. Assistant required to administer the test, because sometimes it is very difficult to note down the time and other things. So administrator is required to conduct the test. Assistant required to administer the test, because we do not need any expert here. That's why the athlete can perform it itself, but one assistant, he or she need to calculate the time and heartbeat and other things. So this is about the Rockport 1 mile test. We will come to the next one, that is the flexibility test, measurement of flexibility, in the next video.